Yep. Why are we waiting? It says live. Hey guys. I don't normally do anything like this. I'm just attempting it. Basically, we just got 7 figures delivered, and so we are going to unbox them. So starting off with the Hot Toys Morbius here, I know that he's probably not going to be the most popular figure ever, but he is a Spider-Man villain. I collect Spider-Man villains, so we're going to go with that. So we can see that it is a very loaded tray here. We've got the effect hands at the front. Oh, we have bats, lots of bats. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully they come up quite well on the camera. I would rather have it landscape full screen, but I didn't know that the live camera was like this, because I've only ever done screen presentations and stuff where it's all full screen. So we get 2 lots of bats. Not an awful lot of colouring to them. Suppose you wouldn't expect there to be, but that's quite cool. We get the effects. The hands look quite nice as well. Sharp nails there. Very cool, very cool. Alright. Is a shame that we only got the one expression head sculpt, but again, I understand why the film didn't do too well, and there wasn't a great deal of love there, so I understand why the figure was the way it was. It is a shame that they didn't give us something more neutral, but this is going to be cool, and this is going to go quite well in the Spider-Man display. So we've got some really cool layering there in the outfit. There's some wiring in there. That's really, really cool. Let's get some of this plastic out of the way. So I don't know if... No, there's no wiring at the back of the outfit, which is a bit of a shame. Like I said, there's a tiny bit of wiring in there. Articulation seems to be pretty good, just as I'm removing this plastic though. So that's something. It's always good to have a figure with dynamic articulation, especially when it's somebody so nimble that you would expect a lot of articulation out of. So we got the nameplate there, and then very simple, just base, the movie logo there. Looks pretty decent there. It is a dynamic stand, so there's our flagpole. Our all that stuff that we're used to having. Hopefully, yes. I do like that most of the time you don't need a screwdriver right out of the box these days. And then that'll be for the bats, so you can place that under it and you can articulate that around. So choose, there should be a little peg-in slot on the bat somewhere. Yeah, right there. So that'll just peg in, and then you'll have it on your base if you so choose. So pretty cool, but there's going to be a couple of different options. So yeah, pretty annoyed that obviously it took so long to get this guy, but we still don't have 3PO at Australian retail. So at least we've got this guy now. So with this current batch, they did manage to catch up a lot of those on a lot of those delayed releases. So the main thing is that they did catch up on pretty much everything besides that Return of the Jedi 3PO. What's happening with that, who knows? They did do a little bit of an update on Icon previously to reflect that they're hoping March. Now this does make sense because this batch did come in right on the end of January, beginning of February. So because of that, I would expect, I don't think, I was originally saying mid-Feb, but I think that's way too soon, especially since like I had 5 figures in this batch. The other 2 figures I'm opening today are from Jefferson. I'll let you know what those 2 are. But yeah, that yeah, so I got 5 figures from Pop Culture today, and I need to I'm going to give them till Friday, and if they haven't posted tech by Friday, I'm going to be chasing that up as well, cause we really can't miss out on tech. The aftermarket prices there are insane and whatnot, but yeah, there was a lot of figures in this new batch, and so I'm guessing they're still sorting through some stuff. But yeah, just because it was such a big batch, the March thing seems pretty credible. Whether it will be mid-March or I don't think it'll quite be late March. I think it'll be mid-March. If we're really caught off guard, it'll be the first week of March. But yeah, Icon, we'll see how we go. We're not going to go through absolutely everything here because we are going to do the separate videos. But here is our Deadpool. Really excited. We've got Headpool, we got the Dogpool, and we got, of course, have baby ears there as well. So yeah, the extra additions was my main reason for buying this. I was hoping that because Dogpool was coming with a couple of the others, I was hoping that Baby Pool would as well. But I suppose they really wanted to make Baby Pool your reason for getting this. So there's our Headpool. It's really quite cool, articulated jaw there. Now I believe the dog has different expressions and different looks depending on which figure you get in with. So this obviously is the Deadpool version. Lady Pool is going to include him as well, and of course if you're picking up Nice Pool, you will also get one. So there's the base for Head Pool. Nice little flying effect there. We of course do get the guns. If you got the special edition, obviously you've had yours for quite a while, and you got the golden ones. Now, speaking of golden, I don't know if this is going to show up this well, because I am having a hard time getting the camera to focus on the close-ups, but it does have the Golden Girl's initials on the swords. It was one of those little details that was mentioned by different people in various groups, but they are there. And yeah, Ryan Reynolds said that he did that deliberately, because he always tries and has to have a Golden Girls reference in his films. So let's take a look. So we of course do get the extra pieces there as well. That's quite cool. Is articulated. You would expect it to be articulated, even though feet are articulated there. So that's really cool. Now, I believe this is also a dynamic stand. So we do have changes to the gloves. This time around you're going to get the golden armor there. So there's the accessory harness for Baby Pool. And then of course the figure itself. Wow. Now I was like, oh god, another Deadpool. Because I did have the first one, and unfortunately, when I moved, the pleather disintegrated when it was in storage. So it was actually packed away in the box with all of the humidity packets and whatnot. And then when I went to set him up, after finally getting the module cases set up, it was all faded. Well, disintegrated, I should say. And so I bought the Deadpool 2 one, because I got one cheap. But this, straight away, feeling that straight away, this is a huge upgrade to that material. It doesn't feel as pleathery. It might even be similar to what they use for the Spider-Man suits. I don't actually think it's 100% pleather, which is awesome. It means this guy might actually survive a while. Because yeah, I was so gutted when the original one disintegrated, because that was a Christmas present. I didn't actually pay for that one. Very cool display stand here, featuring the logo. So we've of course got Wolverine slashing over the top of the Deadpool logo there. Deadpool, Wolverine. We have all the comments and things there. I'm not sure how well that's going to come across, the writing there, but very cool base. So we do get a dynamic stand. So I will be doing a separate video of each of these later on. It'll either be this sometime throughout the week, won't be tomorrow, maybe Wednesday if I get lucky. But, usually I do the videos towards the end of the week, so it'll either be over the weekend or yes, it'll it'll either be over the weekend or this time next week when I do them all. This is really weird. Where's the piece? So it's one of these stands, but we have the flap hole. Normally there's an extra base piece that it screws into. I can see the stand for head hole. Oh, there it is. Never mind. There. So we're going to have to screw a piece in ourselves. Normally we get away with not having to do that. But I suppose they didn't want to make a bigger box. Okay. So like previous figures, you're probably going to want to be real careful with the flight stand, not grabbing the belt or not grabbing the lever too hard. There is padding on the inside of this one, which is a nice feature that I think Hot Toys have put in recently. I know with a lot of my Iron Man stuff, I generally put some of this between the figure and the clip. I haven't had it damage anything yet on the way that I've kind of done that. So that's pretty cool. Just fix up the stand a bit. But yeah, no, I can picture this guy being a lot of fun, especially when pop culture gets Lady Pool, and then when of course Wolverine's released. It's going to be amazing having them all like that. So that is our 2 Marvel figures that I picked up this time around. If you're not interested in Star Wars stuff, have a wonderful rest of your day or night, wherever you're watching from. I am going to start doing the Star Wars figures first. First of all, we are going to have the piece I did get from the amazing Jefferson Tan, and that is our exclusive Range Trooper. Now, the Range Trooper was tiny bit pricier than I would have liked him to have been, but once again, you can't go wrong with Jefferson. He was the cheapest on the market that I knew of, especially when I saw how much 1/6 Kit was asking for their spares. It was pretty crazy. Alright, so we can of course see our Hot Toys exclusive logo. We have an image of the figure, we have our ribbon. Now, again, one of the other features that isn't really talked about on this guy is there are actual magnets on the shoes of this figure. So if you have a metal ruler or something, you can actually have him attached to it, which I think is really, really neat. Oh, this guy is beefy. That is cool. His feet are huge. We, of course, have the tactical helmet there. Yeah, the golden visor is awesome. So there are our magnets clearly visible there. 2 sets, a small one and a little, and a big one. So yeah, that is very, very cool. It would have been nice if they had given us a die-cast display stand, I think, especially given the fact that he does have magnets on him, or even if it was a piece of the train. But I understand they probably wanted to keep prices down, especially since this guy was already priced as a limited release exclusive. So this guy was I want to say just over 500 shipped. Could have been 520. I'd have to double check my spreadsheet. If you are local to Jefferson, you do generally save about $20 to $25 on each figure, because you don't have to worry about the interstate postage. But I'm not too concerned with it, because he always posts things rather quickly, and I've never ever had an issue. The only thing is you just got to be that tiny bit patient, because with the cheaper costs means that you are waiting for sea freight and not air freight. But again, even if you're looking at places like Toys Buying Agent, they whack 100 AUD on as soon as you need that air freight postage. So definitely keep that in mind, that while you're waiting that extra 2 to 3 weeks, the savings you're getting are phenomenal. Sorry, this is the old style version of this display stand, so it's the old Death Star floor. It does take a little bit of persistence to get it right. I can normally get it in on the middle runner, but it's not playing the game. I did actually, when the Han and Luke Stormtrooper, when the Stormtroopers first came out, I actually heated them. There we go. Got it in to get it right. It does, of course, say Range Trooper there. Very cool. Still got the metal nameplates for Star Wars. So he does have the relaxed hands that are obviously on the figure. Then we get the trigger hand. So we got a pointing hand, trigger hand, and then gesturing hand. But how cool is this? We get the modified blasters from the train. So it is the first time they've done this particular weapon, this particular deco. So that's pretty cool that we get that for this guy. It's cool that they gave us the weapon that is unique to him. Obviously the Solo line got cut short. Again, there wasn't too much popularity with the film, but the fact that they decided to just randomly drop this so many years after the original release is just awesome, and I'm really glad they did that. Our next figure is also from Jefferson Tan, and again, the other really cool thing is Jefferson can usually be quicker than pop culture. If you saw my previous video from last week, you would have seen that I've got Darth Revan. Now, thanks to Jefferson Tan, I have Starkiller as well. Not too sure if he does have any spares for this one. This, as you can see, it is just a standard version. It hasn't got the coin or anything. But I believe he was a bit cheaper than pop culture for this particular item, and it was rather unexpected, but he rocked up. So we get the art card showing off obviously the Sith armor. If you've played the original fortunately scammed, you'd know that there were multiple endings to that game, and this was one of them. So we do get quite a bit here. So they are on these hooks, so you're probably not going to be able to, however, it does look like you can pick stuff in there, but it doesn't. I don't think that'll be very practical. We do get this lightsaber. We get this lightsaber. So this is from the alternate ending. And we do get this lightsaber. And the LED one as well. So also we get, oh, that's chained together. The Skywalker saber, and we get the Darth Maul saber. It does look like they are permanently chained together. And then we have this one as well. So the idea is that you can kind of hang them off him to kind of show, but he has taken various people down. All the hands are going to feature the daggers, very Freddy Krueger-like, very cool. Obviously the original Inquisitor, if you will. I'll have to go back over the instructions and see what they actually have put as the second blade that he's holding in this particular image, because I do believe that I am going to probably have to use one of the lightsabers that has the large hook on it. So the hooks are permanently there. You can't slide them off. So I'm wondering if they're expecting you to just have, just use the wired one for one thing. Okay. So very cool helmet there. We have the wiring on the suit as well. There is a bit of Vader stuff going on. He's definitely wearing Vader style pleather pants there. There's a bit of wire in the skirt there. As I said, the original Secret Inquisitor. Before they were called Inquisitors. So there's a bit of stuff there. We get a symbol on the back of the cloak there. You can see all the sculpting here as well. It's really, really cool. It is a shame they didn't give us the sandwich wear head sculpt. Hopefully there's a Galen Malik version, maybe, where he's just wearing the Imperial style flight suit, or maybe even the light one. I can picture them doing a light side Revan at some point, just for the hell of it. There's our nameplate, Lord Starkiller Legends. So they do refer to him as Lord, which is awesome. Just the Star Wars base that I just showed you in a different paint app, as with most of these figures. See if this one's a little bit easier to get the stand into. It's yeah, it's going to be quite cool. If you saw the Revan review, the lack of dynamic stuff was a tiny bit of a shame. but I think it'll make it work. But yeah, I am going to, when I get my extra module cases, hopefully in June, July, I will be moving the Inquisitors away from Vader and all that, and I'm gonna have the Purge Troopers, Starkiller, and the Inquisitors on their own, and then reorganize the Royal Guards and everything around Palpatine. Do all that, yeah. So similar to Revan, the stand is going to impact the back of the skirt there, make it puff out. You're probably going to be able to play around with that and can do some stuff. I'd be concerned about the pleather there tearing or peeling, similar to Vader. I probably wouldn't leave his arms bent over long periods of time. The helmet moves fine. But yeah, this section here and that lower section is pretty much Vader's undersuit. So do be mindful of that, I suppose. So I am going to be having a play around with them myself a little bit later on, deciding what poses and things I'm going to do. It's just trying to give you guys a real quick look at them as I, before I start really pulling too much apart. So I am, as I said, I am still waiting on tech, but we do have a sold out figure here. This being the Clone Wars Palpatine. I was on the fence about getting this, and then I saw that it was selling out, so I was really worried about said figure selling out, so I picked it up. Still quite on the fence, really, about whether or not I'll keep it. I don't generally make too many impulse buys, but I did essentially buy this for the fact that it is a pre-electrocuted Palpatine, because I couldn't actually picture them doing a Palpatine. Now, what's really interesting is if you've seen recent rumors, then you'd see that apparently the Revenge of the Sith Palpatine isn't doing too well. And a lot of people were actually under the impression that it was going to get cancelled, similar to that random Ezra Miller Flash figure, the future one, where he was just that tiny bit younger than the one that just got released. The one that's imminently about to get released. It's because we saw Supergirl and we saw the older Batman. We just didn't get, and then we had the Batfleck stand-in one as well. So we pretty much got everything from that film except Flash himself released. So I imagine he can't be too far away. But yeah, there were a couple of whispers saying that he might be cancelled, which, if that's the case, really does make me keep this, because it is pretty much that outfit, just in an animated form. That sculpt is pretty damn amazing. So it is definitely a damn good McDiarmid likeness there. So I suppose if you ignore the clothes, you can have your Supreme Chancellor Palpatine figure. Now, he does have the dual lightsaber hands on him. From the look of it, that's the only... so there's no relaxed hands. You get the two pointing hands, you get the two gesturing hands there, and of course we get the two lightning hands. Very cool. I don't think it'll be worth swapping these out to go with the episode 6 one, because I think the skin tones won't match. I can give it a try, but this guy has much normal painted skin than that particular figure. Now, if you do own the Return of the Jedi 3PO, because it hasn't been delayed from wherever you got it from, Star Wars Darth Sidious, the stand is done in the same kind of style, that raised style. You can see the floor there. It is the floor where he fights Savage and Maul in that awesome Clone Wars episode. Something more dynamic. The wrappings for this guy is actually taped down, so I'm going to play with that later. But unfortunately, the crotch grabber is going to be your worst enemy here, because you are going to have to pull the skirt forward. Generally, I try and slide them under like that, and then sort of futz around with it to hide it. That being said, you are going to lose a lot of your articulation opportunities in the legs by doing that. But it is quite nice, and of course you can have the hood, and you can bring the hood right down over him like that. That is very, very cool. You do unfortunately have the seam there. I don't think that could be helped with this particular release. Then of course you can just crease the hood back down. But yeah, as I said, this guy, he was up there for a tiny bit. I don't know if he still is. And of course we do get two identical Sith sabers. So we get this one in both an LED and non-LED, and we do get two of those. We do get two blades for each of those. So you can have them lit up at the same time, which is really cool. There's, yeah, LED one. So that's quite cool. Two more left. We have the Night Trooper, and then we have the IG-12, the accessory upgrade pack. So Jefferson has had these for a while now. I did just get mine from Pop Culture just because I had already ordered them. By the time I realized Jefferson had spares, I just couldn't be bothered cancelling the order. I have cancelled a few things from Pop Culture every now and again, and I think they're starting to get a little bit annoyed at me. So trying to not cancel much at all. Standard Trooper, but holy moly, is this guy really cool. The cracks in the armor and the red fabric is just awesome. If you saw my video, you'd see that I have the exclusive Death Trooper to go with this guy. Enoch did get released in Hong Kong not too long ago, so there's that as well. Can't wait. And again, when I get those extra module cases, I'm going to take this guy and the Thrawn and stuff, and I'm going to put them on their site on their own as well with Balin. Hopefully Shin comes out soon, so it does twirl in the Night Trooper, which is quite cool. If he survives in stock and there's a 20% off sale, I might consider getting a second one. But there's so much coming out that I don't really want to completely annihilate the budget, because like these exclusives, there's been so many unexpected ones, and that's the real thing that's kind of played the budget a fair bit. So of course you get the two blasters that you usually get with the Stormtroopers, so you've got that option, and then the thermal detonator is the new magnetic kind, which is awesome, and it also has the golden repairs on it too, which is really cool. And of course you can look that up. The name of it escapes my mind at the moment, but it's a Japanese art style. It's usually what they use to repair armor and vases and stuff. It's really cool. You can see all the gold in there. So yeah, this guy is definitely a standout, unique piece. But yeah, your standard, just one way of really elevating the standard trooper and making them pop. If you did miss my comment in the chat, just while we're on the topic of Ahsoka, the HasLab Ghost has finally reached Australia. So store managers at Zing and EB Games, they got an email asking them to go through their order lists. And if there are any customers that have it, they're going to start contacting you from Wednesday, because the pallet of Ghosts is expected to hit the main warehouse today or tomorrow, and then they're going to start breaking them down. But because of the fact that it is $1,000 and the massive shipping costs in getting them to stores, you need to pay it off before they ship it to the store. So the store managers are going to give you a call and ask you to pay it off. I paid mine off on Friday because I got a little bit of a heads up when I was picking up some vintage collection figures. So yeah, the HasLab Ghost is going to be awesome as well. All right, IG-12. Not gonna lie, this was an absolute impulse buy. I already have IG-11. And then of course they did the typical, the merchandise comes out before the season finale, or the pre-order goes up before the season finale, and then they add in the secret accessories and whatnot. If you haven't seen the finale of Mandalorian Season 3, I'm not going to reveal anything, but it'd be interesting to see if we do get another, release, especially with the upcoming Filoni film. See if he makes a cameo in that, because if we've seen how Hot Toys treats Iron Man in all the variants, I'm sure they'll treat this guy the same way, because they already have the mold twice now. So we, of course, there's a lot to unpack here. This is the deluxe version that comes with all the extra accessories. So if you're not interested in this figure, again, have a wonderful afternoon, a wonderful rest of your day or night. But we do, of course, get our cute little half Grogu. Now, he is, I do believe that this section opens, yeah. So that section pulls away to reveal the controls there. Sits on a little magnet, and I believe there is a separate but yeah, basically you get your Grogu in there like so, and then this little piece will clip back on. I do believe you can do something with here to make the heads easier to get in. Again, this is straight out the box, so we will look at those instructions a little bit later. That's just from what I remembered about watching it on the Sideshow video. I just can't remember the rest that you play along with. And of course, I believe he does still have the LEDs. Now, pop culture more than likely took the batteries out of this, so I'm not going to be able to showcase that. And I should have remembered that, so I'm going to have to go back over the instruction booklet. Can see that the display stand does say IG-12. It's that same type of floor that most of the Ahsoka and Clone Trooper characters come with. The base is probably going to be not too bad, but he is going to be a bit top-heavy type of thing, so I don't know how useful that's actually going to be in the long run. Now, what's really cool is you do get a little Babu Fricks. So that was sort of one of the main selling points. So that's really cool that we get the artisans. We also do get another Grogu with an updated pram. Again, all magnetic. Sits on that like so. Get the little snack. You get the swap out arm for one of the artisans. And you get the fruit. Now the other thing you get is of course the accessory tray. Now basically, because IG-12 was an upgrade to Grogu, they thought that they would actually be smart for a change and release an upgrade pack so you could give your characters a Season 3 upgrade without having, without Hot Toys having to make you wait a whole God knows how long. So we do get the upgraded top to the pram there. We get the shield. We get the baton. The jetpack. The shield. The heated blaster rifle. The swap out gauntlet that allows you to use the shield. And then that metallic piece there as well. So quite a lot to upgrade pre-existing figures there, or to keep your displays up to the new season. So yeah, we just really quickly took out 7 figures. Again, you'll see these figures in different videos over the next week or so. I am hopefully going to get a notification telling me that they're packing tech tomorrow or Wednesday. If I don't, and it's still heading towards the end of the week and they haven't done anything, I'll wait. The website does technically state it takes them a maximum of 2 weeks to sort through your orders. So I'll give them the 2 weeks, and then I will contact them about tech. I'm pretty nervous being sold out because pop culture has had issues in the past of overselling figures. So yeah, we'll fingers crossed about that one. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the figures in this video.